Hi, Preksha. Welcome for this session. I'm so glad you decided to take out some time for it and you could make it possible here. Thank you so much for being here.
No, most welcome. Like, it's an honor to be here, and to chat with you. So it's like because you are the person who has helped me reach a level that I am right now in my journey. So it's always an honor to chat with you.
That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. For those of you who are watching, I'll just give a brief introduction about Preksha. Preksha is a kick ass Instagram strategist and social media marketer. She brings out such amazing stuff for her clients, knowing her client strategies inside out. I can say that. So she is like awesome at what she does. And I'm so glad she could be here and chatting with us today because it is so much more than just the experience with FGA. I would want her to share her experience overall because of for those of you who are listening, I think this conversation can be really fruitful. So thank you once again, Preksha, for doing this. And sorry. So let's just begin first by you telling us a little bit about yourself, maybe your education, your background, your story, and what you're doing presently.
Okay. So I come from a marketing background. So I'm an MBA in marketing. And then post that, I worked in advertising for about 1.5 years with Ogilvy and Mather, which is like the most topmost company when it comes to advertising. It's a multinational company. So I've worked with brands like Dove, Ponds. So basically, I know how brands are built. I was into client servicing, so I've worked with Dove and Ponds are both HUL brands. So I have the experience of working with international brands. And so after that, since I've been in marketing and my whole family comes from a service background, my dad always told me that let's try out a business, because he said that since you have done marketing, why not venture into business? So I and my uncle, we started a cafe. It was a franchisee, a small cafe wherein we had like French fries, shakes, burgers, wraps, and all those kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So it was I did that for like about 1.5 years. But then unfortunately, due to lockdown, we had to shut it down because the business was in front of like a college and a school. So because the schools were shut and the colleges were shut, we were making losses. So we had to shut it down.
Okay.
So yeah, so that is when I was like, okay, what should I be doing? Because I didn't want to go back into that like corporate culture, and advertising was like a hectic field because you don't have so on some days you have like days where you just have to work since from 9 to 5, but then you have some days where you go home like at around 12, and so it depends on the campaign. So if there's a launch of any campaign, we need to sit like till longer
The
hours.
whole
So
night.
yeah. So I didn't want to go back into that world again. But branding and marketing was like I really was into it and I liked doing that. So I thought, why not give like freelancing a try? And I was always like a social media kind of a person. I always used to like dig deep and find out. I used to like see reels and everything like that. And suddenly someday I saw Tejal's account popping up and I started following her, and I really liked her content. And she was just launching her FGA first batch, and I thought, why not give it a try, because I'm anyways at home, and with the lockdown, working somewhere else was a bit difficult because people like the companies were laying off people.
Yeah.
So getting a job was difficult. So I thought I didn't want to go into advertising. I was going to go into the marketing side of it. But then because of the lockdown, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, give freelancing a try. So that is how
Got
I
into
got
it.
into FGA.
That is amazing. First of all, thank you for sharing because I also did not know about the restaurant, the cafe that you began. So I think that sounds pretty interesting because I think everyone or like most people I meet have that dream of doing it, but no one does it. But you having done it for yourself and successfully, of course, the lockdown happened and a lot changed for so many businesses because of the same. But
Yeah.
earlier you were running it. Like it's so great to know. And I know a cafe owner and I can gain inspiration from you because I also wanted to do this. have not done it till now, maybe we'll take some tips from you for the future.
Definitely.
But I'm glad how everything really tiptoed you into
Yeah.
coming across.
Happens for the
And
good. Everything happens for the good, I guess, in the end.
absolutely. You don't realize, because I understand when you're talking about advertising and how difficult it gets with respect to managing your lifestyle, specifically when it is not just once a year thing. It's like every other couple of days, it's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I completely understand. Great. Thank you so much again for sharing that. And with respect to like, how was your journey going? Had you started freelancing before FGA? If yes, how was it going? Like before, we entered your world.
Okay, so before, like, I just knew what freelancing was. Before that, I was like working with a nutritionist, but you wouldn't say I was like I was kind of giving her like marketing ideas. I used to create content for her, but I didn't know that I was doing this social media marketing. That was a new thing for me. I knew what was social media marketing, but then I didn't understand what I was doing was social media marketing.
Absolutely.
So that is how like I was working with the nutritionist. I'm still working with her for like it's like been 3 years that I'm doing it for her right now.
Wow.
So,
That's an
but
amazing
getting into
relationship.
FGA was like a total eye opener. Like it's a big, big, big industry out there. So thanks to FGA, that is like my whole like mind opened and my eyes opened that okay, this is like a huge industry wherein like I can create a mark.
That is amazing. I'm glad we could be a small part of your journey in that way. As for like after FGA, like when it happened for you and you came across what all is there in the industry, you started working, because I've seen your journey in terms of implementation and showing up for calls. I know like you still do that whenever it's possible, and we chat about different things and strategies. And I'm so glad that you do that, because that reflects in your journey. So if you want to share it yourself, like I know you sharing with us when it was the first time you took your family out for celebrating a client win and all of this awesomeness. So overall, how has your life or your business changed since beginning that journey or going through it with us?
So, like when I started, like I enrolled in FGI, I was already working with this nutritionist, but I was hardly making like 10 to 12K because that was not like a full-time gig, and it was just like time pass kind of a thing that I was doing along with the cafe. So, but after that, I had lots of time, and I thought, okay, why not like get into it full time? So
Yes.
once I joined FGA and it was lockdown, I thought that let's give it all and make the most of it. And like watching lessons, like I used to be there, and I was like, "Okay, nahi, kuch bhi ho jaye, I have to do it,
Yeah.
no matter what." So I used to watch all the lessons. I used to turn up on all the calls. I remember I used to post so many questions in the FB group as well. I didn't miss out an opportunity to ask questions, and that is what like I feel that has helped me to grow so much. And implementation, like you have to implement simultaneously, otherwise just seeing the courses, like just seeing the modules, you won't be able to grow. You have to implement it, because knowledge is like you can take any amount of knowledge, until unless you implement it, you won't see the results of it. So I made sure that I do every bit of it. And I remember that after doing everything, I landed my first client through FGA, like after creating the whole page and then posting content out there. Like after, so I started around May, like posting content and all. And like within a month, I got my first client. So
That's
I started earning since like June, and the clients got increase. I mean, kept increasing
yeah.
every single month, and till now I have like served around 10 plus clients. So
Wow. That's
yeah,
incredible.
yes. So it's like in a span of like June till now. What do you say? Like it's like 6 months, or sorry, 9 months,
8, 9 months. Yeah.
8 9 months. Yeah.
That's amazing. And I remember like you sharing with us the last time we launched around, I think Septemberish, you landed your first international client as well.
Yeah, agreed.
So
Yeah, yeah.
it's like, it's clients left, right, and center. And that too, you have an amazing retainership as well, because that really affects the kind of strong foundation you're building for your business, because that keeps bringing business back
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
So I'm really glad to see that ways. How have the revenue numbers changed, if you don't mind sharing?
Okay, so like before I said, I was hardly making 10 to 12K like through that nutritionist, but then after like FGA, I landed my first client at 15K, and then the numbers kept increasing. Like I landed so many clients that around like 3 to 4 months down the line, I got to the 1 lakh mark.
Yeah.
So that was like a huge thing for me, like
Yeah,
earning just 10 to 12K, and within like 4 months, my whole like the financial thing shifted. And
exactly.
I didn't used to like ask for money from my parents anymore because yeah, obviously 10 to 12K was like okay amount, but then
Yeah.
next I could even contribute to the family plus like get them gifts like whatever I used to desire, whatever they were like करके नहीं लेना अभी ये वो, so I was like करके no, go ahead and take that.
Yeah.
And plus like just I want to share this with you here as well, like just 10 days back I bought my like first diamond jewelry as
Wow,
well.
congratulations. The
Thank
first
you
things
so
are
much.
always so special.
Yeah.
Like, fab, I love it. Congratulations. That is really, really special. And also, like, when you said about, like doing things for others, which you
Yeah.
feel like doing out of the goodness of your own heart, like it's just that you want to do something. And I think, although they are like, say, simple, plain gifts, but how good you feel just by doing that is amazing. Like, you
I
never
know, I know.
realize that
Yeah.
number could help you do so many things that you truly wanted to do for your family, because they always like parents are like families, they go after just the needs and wants, they delay, and specifically they don't like spending money on themselves. So
Yeah,
it's like when
exactly.
you do that and you're able to do it, even if you get like a scolding or two, like why did you spend so money here.
In fact, I also like just when I was about to go to buy my like diamond earrings and all, so my dad was like, "Don't ask." My mom told me that dad was saying that don't ask her to spend so much money. I'll give it for her. I said, "No, no, I want to buy it from my own money now.
The
I
feeling
don't want
is
to take it
so
from you."
different, and every time you wear it now, you will feel that, and that inspires you to do so
Yeah.
much more to reach where you truly want to. That is really powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm
And
really glad.
thanks to you as well. Like if you hadn't come into my life, if FGA didn't happen, this would have been possible, or maybe it would have been, but not so soon.
Yeah, I would say it has been all you, because like you said, that no matter what I give you, or no matter what anyone gives you, till you go out there and implement, things
Yeah,
won't happen. But yes, I'm so glad that we could be like, I could be a part of that direction which you took, or maybe to be able to fast track your journey with me. So I'm truly grateful for you, and the fact that you put in the work. It's been a year. I've seen you working. You have done all of the work in order to get those results. It's not that it's just wishful thinking. It
yeah,
is hardcore strategy, working on those things every single day and getting those results, while of course not intending to burn out. Of course, we have
yeah,
our days, but the goal is
yeah.
to build a lifestyle which can be sustained for the long run.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like just by working like 5 to 6 hours, like that's maximum that I work in a day. So and
Exactly. That's so cool.
yeah,
When you think of like the advertising world, like you were saying,
exactly.
a full on corporate, like I know, like it is not even a 9 to 5. It's
Yeah,
like 8 to 8 or 8 to 10 sometimes. So I think just by that 5 to 6 hour line stole my heart, because it's like you have the freedom to live as well with the money
exactly.
that you're making.
Yeah.
Because with me, like I remember, sorry, I'm like taking over your
No, no
interview,
worries.
but it just got me thinking that with me, that was the case. I was making a lot of money in my corporate job when I was there, but I hardly had time, and it was affecting my health so much that I was spending on medication. So it
Yeah,
was like, you give me like, I would be happy to have made lesser than that, but still have some time to myself, or, my special ones, my family, or anyone like that. So I think that part of the equation, oftentimes we think that we have to reach, like, this is mass thinking I'm just talking about, that we have to reach a particular number by hook or by crook. It takes a lot of work, but
yeah.
if you know like what your time goals are, then everything can be managed.
No, but I've seen like a lot of times, like when I quit my job and started my own business, and then the lockdown happened, so I was at home and I wasn't doing anything. So I had some relatives who used to tell me that you shouldn't have quit your job in the first place.
Yes.
So now I can say to them that okay, I have made it.
Exactly. And that is so powerful,
Yeah.
because when it comes from third party, you feel like, I know my shit, please don't interfere.
Exactly.
That is super cool. Thank you for sharing that. And if I want to like ask of you that what is your like top favorite one, two, or three things that you would choose from inside FGA that have been like your most favorite till now, what would those be?
First and foremostly was the live coaching calls that happen every Thursday. I used to make sure that I ask as many questions as I can in that call. And I remember the calls used to like they still last, like last around like it's like so from 6:30 to 7:30 or 8 p.m. was the official timings, and we had been till 9 on the calls. So and so many people ask different questions. So even if you don't have that doubt at that particular
Yeah.
point of time, you get to learn so many things because people have been doing, because FJ had some people who used to like who were a part of SMM industry since the beginning. So we used to like understand, okay, this also happens, and this is also a point that will come in my like
Future,
in
yeah.
future. Yeah. So that was the first thing. And secondly, I would say the modules, like the course has immense like value. I would say I have just paid peanuts to you. And the amount that I mean the knowledge, and plus the obviously the ROI that I've gotten from it is like huge. I can't even compare, like not even in like 100 200%. It's like more than that, I would say. So that is the main thing. And thirdly, I have like this community wherein like I've gotten a really good friend from there, like Shalu. So
Yes.
I and Shalu have become so close that we talk each and everything, talk about each and everything, like not just about FGA or like the social media stuff, but also about my our lives and everything. So that is what FGA has given me, a community, a sense of belonging, friends, everything.
That is incredible, because if it goes to that point that you are close to someone, you have someone to talk to, because it gets lonely online,
Yeah,
like when
yeah,
you're
yeah,
building something of your own which your friend group won't understand. So then
exactly.
having someone who's going
And
through the same stuff, you relate at so many levels. I can't tell
yeah,
you like how
yeah,
much is that. And again, thank you for sharing your take on whatever's inside and how it has helped you, and for you for showing up consistently inside the program, asking questions, coming to calls, and really discussing. I mean, today before this, we got on a call,
yeah.
a busy call, and we actually, we were
Discuss.
discussing
Yeah,
a strategy and a client, and I'm like, that works because you put in your 100% and more than that. So I'm grateful for that. Now, if someone is on the fence of joining FGA, what would you like to tell them?
I would say like just close your eyes and go in blindly, because I'm telling you, like whatever you're investing, that would be just peanuts. Like if you go out there all in and do all the work what Tejal is teaching you, and like you show up on every single call and you ask questions and you do the stuff. I know that there will be like times when you won't be able to do it, you will lack the motivation, but then this is what FGA is for. Like go ahead, ask her, like even if you have like challenges in your mindset, go ahead and tell her, because I know that the first module that we did was like the mindset module, that how we
Yeah.
need to shift the module. So I would just say that go all in. I'm sure if you give your 100%, you will definitely get back like 200, 300%, or maybe like even more from it.
That's amazing. Truly amazing. Couldn't have put it better myself. Thank you for sharing your real experience.
Mm.
And like as we wind this up, I want to ask from you, like with our freelancing careers and our journey online, like we were talking about, we have multiple points wherein we feel like giving up because we face minor setbacks, major setbacks, failures, no's. So what would you like to say to someone who is going through that who's on the verge of giving up and would like cannot make a decision whether they want to stay in or go out?
Okay, so see, to be honest, I have also been through that stuff. Like currently, just before this call, we were talking about such similar kind of situation wherein I am feeling stuck. But then, if you give up, then you wouldn't know what's waiting for you at the other end.
Yes.
So that's not even an option. Just go ahead, do everything that you can, and keep trying, because one day or the other some or the other thing will click, definitely. Because for some people something might not be working out, but you can change your strategy, you can change your perspective, but it will work out eventually. Because I have done that. There were times in between as well where I wasn't able to like get clients, or there were phases where some clients like dropped out because certain issues were there, or because of their personal issues. But then that didn't stop me from doing my own work, because I knew that I'll land more clients, and I have landed more clients. So
Yes.
just go there, and I'm sure that you will reach a place where you didn't even imagine you will so soon, if you give your all.
Wow, that is super helpful. Again, thank you for sharing, because I know whoever is watching this part of advice is going to be like really, really useful, fruitful. And when it comes at the right time, it actually touches you. And
Exactly.
the fact that you're sharing it from your experience says so much more to someone who's watching, because it's not theoretical. It's something you've gone through and you made a decision to go past it, to continue going in your journey. And look where we are today.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean, again, like Preksha said, that you don't feel stuck. She feels stuck. I feel stuck. There are days when that happens. You
Yeah.
just need to push back and come on. And of course,
Yeah.
give yourself the grace period as well. It's not that
Yeah.
it's all hustle, hustle, hustle.
Yeah.
But like she said, giving up is not an option. So thank you
Exactly.
again for that, Preksha. And before we go, I would love for you to tell us in depth about who do you work with, like what kind of clients you work with, and if an idol fit is watching this right now, how can they reach out to you?
Okay, so I'm basically a social media manager and a brand strategist. I would help you so I would help. If you are a business coach, then we can definitely work together, because I would help you stand out from rest of your competitors and tap into your personality so that your brand speaks to the audience in the best way possible. And if you want to work with me, you can just DM me on Instagram on Marketing with Preksha. My handle is Marketing with Preksha, so you can reach out to me there.
We will also add Preksha's handle or her details wherever we publish this video. So behind or underneath this video, you'll find that you can reach out to her. She's amazing. Knowing it from the other side as her mentor, as her how her brain works, she's going to create for you. So definitely recommend go check her out and start working together.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Preksha, for being here, for sharing your heart out with us as to what is going on, what went beforehand, and all the guidance you shared for everyone who's on this journey. Thank you for.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Have a great day. Take care. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. See you.
See you.